Hmm. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. This is your host, your guy, DLG Reppin, on my channel yet again. My football recorded video. This is, and hope everybody's well. You know, I know there's a lot of crazy stuff going on in this world, and it's a sad time. It's a sad time for those are in America protesting the George Floyd murder, and I disagree with the protests that happen in Trafalgar Square and Peckham, respectively. Seriously, it don't need to come over here. It just doesn't need to come over here at all. It's completely unnecessary because the last thing we want is Armageddon. Anyway, off politics and starting off with some football. Let's kick off with the football channel, which is my football channel called DLG Reppin. So Brendan Rodgers has expressed his desire to get his Leicester players together to hold a training session at the King Power Stadium so that he can get them used to playing at the King Power Stadium in an empty terraces. And fair play to him. He wants them to get the feel of it, and that is by playing them. Well, that's by training on the ground for several, or more, maybe less than several hours, but get them drilled up, all prepared for the next 16 days, because the next 16 days is when Premier League football returns, and he would want each side in competitive spirit and very enthusiastic, very motivated. And that's Brendan Rodgers, his Leicester side. And it's a good thing to get them training at the stadium. I think it's a good idea. I mean, I don't know why most managers don't think of doing that. But then again, whether they're going to be playing at the King Power Stadium remains to be known until this week. We should find out whether it's non-venues or venues for the rest of the Premier League season. And that is due to be announced this week. So, Leicester fans, do you think it's a good idea that Brendan Rodgers has demanded these players to train at the King Power Stadium so they can get used to the feel of the pitch and moments where they're going to be playing the rest of their home games behind closed doors at the King Power Stadium? That's if you are going to be playing Premier League football at the King Power Stadium. Just drop your comments below and tell me what you think about that. And also, do drive the thumbs up like button. And as well as doing that, the most important one for me is subscribing to my channel. That's DLG Reppin, yeah? That's the the button, the big red button, yeah. Subscribe to that channel, yeah. Smash the subscribe button for me. Left, right and centre and galore. And passionately. Thank you very much. So, moving on in other news. In the Championship, there's positive feedback on that, because we are led to believe that the Championship will continue on the 20th of May and finish early August. So, so for the likes of Leeds and West Brom, fans of both Leeds and West Brom, drop your comments below. Are you excited about the Championship returning? And do you Leeds fans or do you West Brom fans feel that you win the Championship itself, or you just be happy to settle for promotion 1 and 2? Because at the moment, as I look at the table, it's clear to me that you are you're about 5 points. Well, one of you, West Brom in second, let's say, and they're 5 points clear of third place. It's all to play for. Let's have a look at that table. Excuse me. A minute. Ugh. I mean, it would be an outrage if Leeds or West Brom do not have the opportunity to gain promotion to back into the Premier League. Oops, wrong table. Championship. There we go. Yes, Leeds have played 37. Another 9 games remaining, and they've won 21, drawn 8, lost 8, 56 goals scored, and 30 goals against them with 71 points. Where West Brom played the same amount of games, 19 wins, 13 draws, 5 defeats, 64 goals for them, and 37 goals against them. So Leeds have 71 points with West Brom 70. And Fulham are in third place with 64 points. So it looks realistically likely that Leeds United and West Bromwich Albion will be going up. And the playoff positions are occupied by Fulham, Brentford, Nottingham Forest and Preston. And that could all change from 3rd to 6th because you've got Bristol City, Millwall, Cardiff, Blackburn, Swansea. They still stand a chance of sneaking in to the playoffs position. And then you look down, Derby and QPR realistically have a big outside chance, and that's a big outside chance. But in the Championship, it is strong, it's physically demanding, competitive, and it's full blow and full on. And anyone can beat anyone in that division on the day. You just don't know. That's the reason why I've calmed down on betting on football accumulators, because you always have that one result and you pick 10 teams. You get 9 out of 10 that win and then the one that lets you down. But there you go. But as for the Championship, I'm glad that it's back, and we'll definitely get to the conclusion of it. Definitely get to the conclusion of it, and it will definitely be sorted out in time. And for the winner of the Championship, obviously, it's straight into the Premier League. But even if you finish second, it's automatic, the top 2. And right now, Leeds and West Brom are the favourites to both get back into the Premier League, respectively. And then the playoffs, well, that's the lottery that needs to be sorted out. I think there'll be a lot more to see in the playoffs department than there is in the automatic. So Leeds and West Brom are to be left alone. And then, as for the chase of the playoffs, I think if you're a football fan or neutral, it's 1-4. I'll tell you what, it's one worth the watch. I'll tell you that now. So, yeah, get back on it. I'm gonna move on in other news. Before I move on, Leeds West Brom fans, if you've got anything to say on this matter, then drop your comments below if you're watching. Yeah. Right, moving on to other news. Borussia Dortmund and England winger Jadon Sancho was among the stars who added their voices, and that's their voices in a tribute to George Floyd, who was shot. Who was lawfully killed by a police officer. I've forgotten his name. My friend gave me his name, but I've forgotten. If you want to remind me, then drop it in the comments below, and I'll really appreciate that if you do that for me, and I'll read it out to myself once I get the moment. Jadon Sancho, I think he scored the first of his hat trick, and I think the first goal he got, he lifted up his t-shirt and there was a message written, and I'm not quite sure what it said, but it was a tribute to George Floyd. I thought that was very touching and quite emotional as well. So, Jadon Sancho banging a brace, and he is obviously delighted with that. Well, more than a brace, a hat trick, and he's obviously delighted with that. So yeah, well done to yourself, Jadon Sancho, and massive respect for what you've done for lifting your t-shirt, lifting your shirt, and revealing the message underneath your Borussia Dortmund shirt. That takes a lot to do, especially with what's going on in America and the unrest that is following America at the moment. It's not great, but Jadon Sancho, through sport, done his job, got the hat trick, and lifted his Borussia Dortmund shirt to reveal a message underneath that shirt. And I don't know what the message is, but you can drop it in the comments below, and I'll read it later. Otherwise, guys, I'm gonna leave it as that, and I'll be back for more chat this afternoon and this evening. So if you got anything to say, just leave it in the comment section below. Do smash the thumbs up like button and less of the thumbs down. And the number one priority for me is to get you guys to subscribe to my channel. That's DLG Reppin. Subscribe to DLG Reppin. Smash the subscription button for me abundantly, left, right, and centre galore, and do it with a passion and pride. Yeah? Don't forget, I'll be back this afternoon and this evening. If I haven't done an afternoon or evening one, then will be the first to apologise, yeah? Stay safe, protect the NHS, yeah, and save lives, yeah? We're still in this coronavirus pandemic, and we ain't getting out of it yet. So do the right thing, people. Please do the right thing for the sake of normality returning back to this country. Other than that, yeah, I hope you enjoyed my football context, yeah? Ladies to the boys, to the ladies to the gentlemen, to the boys to the girls. Peace, bless, and love. It's your guy, your host, DLG Reppin. I'm out for now. Laters.